Shalom. Ha'ai Rab Tawab, which is good evening. Anakna wa ha'ai bar yasha'Allah wa lakim la'atam. Call Shabawai Baharcha wa Kakshaw. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Ma'amath, which is truly. Hey, with the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah to preach to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Nacham Atam Kaya Hamalakwath Hashemayim Korab. Repent, yea, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Bahasham Racha HaKodash Wa Mashana Kabadim Zukaim Nawa Wa Mala'akam Shreya Shalal Zukaim Racha Gadawa Wa Chasa Wa Shalawam Wa Barakim Laha Bacharim Shahagavasha Shalawam. All right, so all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which means He exists. Bahasham and the name Yahweh Shai delivers. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Israel, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and mercy, peace, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom, which means peace. So this is a video just going into the word mother, because a couple of days ago I did a video going into Abba or Abba, Salak Abba, which is father. All right, so I wanted to touch on this word. And the word mother is Amma. All right, as we know, when you go into the different characters, all right, they each have a pictograph meaning. All right, so let's actually get that. We're going to be using Alap Wa Ma or Alap Wa Mayam, which is I and Ma. All right, and I is going to be the ox head, which stands for ox, strength, leader, and it also goes into first. All right, then we have Ma, all right, which goes into water, chaos, as well as blood. All right, what we'll notice with I and Ma, all right, when you put them together, it's Ama, which it goes into, it will be first water or first blood. All right, so let's get those definitions for the word mother. It says mother of humans, of Deborah's relationship to the people, figuratively of animals, point of departure or division. Now let's go to this. It says a female parent, especially one of the human race, a woman who has borne a child, that which has produced or nurtured anything, source of birth or origin. It says an old woman or matron, the female superior or head of a religious house, and a best, etc. It says received by birth or from ancestors, native, natural as mother language, also acting the part or having the place of a mother, producing others. Because pretty much when you go into the word Ama, mother, all right, first water, first blood, all right, goes into number 2. It says that which has produced or nurtured anything, source of birth, because pretty much before you're born, before you enter into the matrix, so to speak, all right, you're in the womb. All right, and that's why when we go to when you type in womb in here, when you type in womb, all right, in various different parts of the scriptures, you'll see it paired with mother. Sirach 49:7, Sirach 40:1, Wisdom of Solomon, Chakamah Shah Shalamah 7:2. All right, mother's womb. All right, woman, and that's because the Lord created the woman to give birth. All right, despite what this world goes into. All right, a woman that gives birth, that's a mother. You see, regardless of if you, or however they do it nowadays. You see, but let's keep going. Let's go back to that. It says a female parent, especially one of the human race, a woman who has borne a child. Number 4, the female superior or head of a religious house. Pretty much the point that I want to get was a female superior. Now, Not talking about superior over a man. All right, it's talking about, because when we go back to this, it says Amma, you get leader. All right, you get leader. Amma, because she's under the man. All right, and let's actually prove that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 11, and we'll get verse 3. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. You see, so everybody has their role. All right, the woman's role is to be like the overseer over the children under the man. That's why when you go back to this, it said female superior. All right. Let's go into get another point. This is Romans chapter 1. We're going to start at verse 26. It says, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even the woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman. All right, you got men wanting to be with men. All right, women with women. It says, burn and there less one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. Now, that can go into a couple different things. All right, but and what I mean by that is manifold. It says men with men. You know, that's going into you see that in America, Babylon the Great. You see, and what they would call faggotry, so to speak. But then you even have like men that'll be with, I guess, men that try to play the part as a woman. You see, so a lot of them is like they'll go get those changes. You see, and then it says receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat. All right, and they get rewarded for that. You see, a lot of them having what they call it's like trans regret. Pretty much they being plagued in the mind. You see, because that's not natural. All right, going to verse 28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. When you go into this word convenient, it means suitable. It says to come down, to come to, reach to. It is becoming, it is fit. So pretty much going into suitable, doing things that's not suitable. All right. Men with men, women with women, transforming. You see, those things are not convenient. All right. That's a reprobate spirit. I'm gonna get that word for reprobate. It says not standing the test, not approved, properly used of metals and coins. Salah. A castaway, rejected, worthless, a worthless mindset. No morals, literally or morally, going into that, going into a just a reprobate mind, something that's adverse to morals, to the scriptures, confusion. Let's go back to that word for mother, because a mother is a woman that gives birth. Let's get this. It says mother. Yashama Allah Aramya, which is Arabic, as well as Syriac, Aramaic, which is at the top. It says father and mother. I'll skip down to the point. It says to a grandmother. and generally to any ancestress. The ancestress is somebody in your like a female in the lineage, so to speak. It says, metaphorically used of her who bestows benefits on others, used denoting intimate relationship or intimacy of a nation as opposed to the children, i.e. person springing from it, mother of the way, a parting of the road. I'm gonna skip down. It says metropolis, all right, because that word metro goes into a mother, and then polis goes into a city. Metropolis, you see, it says a city and a mother, and Yasha Allah, metaphorically used of the earth as a mother of all men. This word is undoubtedly going into the word mother. It says this word is undoubtedly primitive, and like Abba, it imitates the first sounds of an infant beginning to prattle, like the Greek. It says to be I can't really read what that's going into, but it says to be a mother, hence to be related, to set an example, to teach, because a mother is supposed to be a keeper at home. Now, I want to get that term for prattle. It says talk at length in a foolish or inconsequential way, chatter, to prat, jabber. All right, shoot one's mouth off, foolish, babble, chatter. Now, let's go back. It says this word is undoubtedly primitive, and like Abba, it imitates the first sounds of an infant. Now, it says of an infant beginning to prattle. Now, this proves that when a baby starts talking, they start speaking Hebrew. Because at first it says this word is undoubtedly primitive, and like Abba, imitates the first sounds of an infant beginning to prattle. We got the definition for prattle pretty much going into to talk. When the baby first starts to talk, they start speaking Hebrew, you know. That's why you hear them saying like ma, 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 or they might say ba, 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 you know. Showing you that that's the first language, because they just coming out of the spiritual realm or the spirit realm, you see. I'm going to go back to the pictograph. And again, those the two pictures were Alap wa Mayam, which is ox, strength, and leader. And then you got Mayam, which is Ma, water, chaos, and blood. All right, Ama is going to be that first blood, because that's what shows the that's what shows. Let me go back. So give me a second. That's where the baby is before it actually departs. It says point of departure or division. Or who actually does this? Women do this. All right, when they have kids, that's when they're a mother. Ama. All right, so Adawam Ratazah, Zabana Yapa. Lord's will, that was a beautiful edification through the spirit. Wa Adawam Ratazah, Adam Yash Layla Tawab. Hey, Lord's will, you all have a good night. Shalom.